The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And, Q101 has, the biggest, baddest radio signal out there. And we reach 100 miles into Indiana. We reach 100 miles north into Wisconsin, get to Kenosha. And we have people sometimes call from Iowa or Kentucky. These weird things happen. You can hear it. Of course, remember, globally, you can listen to Q101 on Q101.com, on the smart speaker in your house, on the app on your phone. There's a Q101 app. It's
right.
perfect.
If it's being a funkadunk, you can always listen via the stream.
Yeah, and we've had some texts the last just 2 days, I think. It was about 2 or 3 days, you think, Kenzie?
Yeah, this week, probably.
Yeah, where there's some people out in, I guess the Naperville, Aurora area, possibly.
I mean, even Elgin, Maya, and just once you, just further outside the city,
Yeah, and there's some, interference, and they're hearing, some other weird radio station from Wisconsin.
Yes.
That's weird. And our engineer, Patrick Berger, we want to get him on the phone, and he can explain it to everybody, because all we do is hammer him, go, come on, man. Fix this thing. Let's go. We have a couple listeners that are upset. Yeah, a couple listeners are upset over there. They can't hear it clearly. And again, you can listen to all these other ways. And even the podcast you can listen to later if you missed something, always at Q101.com. So I'm trying to get Berger on the phone, but he didn't call up yet here. I said, Berger, call him, man. Let's talk about it. I don't know if he's avoiding me.
Probably.
Is it, yeah.
You're kind of highlighting his job stuff all over the radio.
Well, we're honest with our listeners. A couple of you have chimed in, and Kenzie's tired of answering and saying, what's going on? I can't figure out. And Kenzie's not an engineer.
I certainly am not.
No, not an engineer at all.
No, I don't even understand. I know that we're working on our signal problem. Obviously, you can still get it.
Yeah, to be clear, it's a very small signal issue for some people in a couple areas.
And it gets fuzzy and just certain, you go by a tree and all of a sudden you pick up a different station type of crap. But if it really is bothering you, especially for that keyword, if you're nervous about the consistency of it, I would say just get that app and pull that up on your phone and plug it in, because then you're good to go. The stream will not be affected.
Yeah, it's not a race. You just get that word in the time we say it, and you do it, and there you go, and it's fine. So,
yes.
I texted my guy Berger. I said, give me a call. Explain it to our listeners what's happening here.
Did you think he'd already called by now? Is that the deal?
I was hoping.
I feel like you're killing time.
Yeah, I'm just trying to say that, we have the best technology.
Always here.
And getting people the sound. And
you just totally dragged that out so we could call.
I want to set the tone up. Please download the app. Of course, your smart speaker, the podcast, Q101.com. So many ways to listen when something happens. Now, I don't know if it's got something to do with 100 degrees today. It's going to be 110 feeling, but Berger's checking in here now. Berger, the engineer from Q101. Ahoy, Berger. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, my friends. How are you doing?
We're doing good. Now, we've had some listeners talk about actually in the area where you reside, out there in the Aurora, Naperville area, where there's some,
Correct.
They're picking up some radio station in Wisconsin. Now, I know you were born in Wisconsin. You're a Packers fan. Is this your doing somehow? Are you interfering?
No, but I when I pulled out of my driveway this morning, I heard the WIXX 101.1 out of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
What the hell's that, Berger? What the hell's that?
Well, this is what you call God's nature. It's the heating of the atmosphere, and you get this ducting effect that goes on when you get this high temperature. And it usually happens in the month of August going into September, and then it disappears for the other 10 months.
Now, we have one of the biggest signals in America. We're on top of the Hancock building, right? Is that where our tower is?
Correct. That is correct.
And we boom 100 miles in any direction. You can hear Q101 gladly. So when this happens, why can't we turn the power up?
It wouldn't make a difference. We would just reach out farther. It's just the signal gets stuck in the atmosphere, ducks over, and drops off to another location.
So
WIXX's signal is a few hundred miles away, and they're getting us up there. So I hope they enjoy the music finally.
So are you do you have a wrench right now and you're heading to the atmosphere to tweak it? Or what are you going to do? Just so
I'm going to run up there with an ice tray and try to cool it off for you, Kenzie.
I hope that's where you're on your way to. You're in your car, right? You're going to do something.
That's right. That's right. It's so warm today, I don't think you need your heating blanket, do you?
No, I'm using it. It's still chilly in here.
Kenzie uses the heating blanket because Berger won't turn the air conditioning to a level that's comfortable for her.
87. Is it too much to ask?
As long as it's comfortable for Brian, that's what matters.
Thanks, buddy.
Trust me, I know.
Oh, appreciate you, bro.
No problem. Anytime.
So you're saying when this 100-degree temperature moves out by the weekend, any of those people a couple people that have had a problem over there in the West Burbs will be fine and the signal will boom right through their neighborhood again?
Yes. Yes, it'll be much better, and we shouldn't have this problem for the next couple of days. So if we're going to have this problem, it happens to every frequency in Chicago and all over the place. We used to get complaint calls of Michigan rolling over the pond and things like that. But later in the morning, it clears up. As long as once there's stability in the atmosphere, it clears up and you should be good. So by Lauren's shift, it'll be perfect.
Oh, that's great.
Once we're back in the atmosphere, same signal that we had last year. Or however the song goes.
However it goes. Well, do you believe him, Kenzie? Do you believe Burger?
No. He's always at a tower. Go fix it. Go fix the tower thing. You say you're at.
Yeah, Burger, you're always going to fix the tower.
Go do something with the tower. Do something with the tower, Burger.
Yeah, whatever, Kenzie. Stay warm.
Oh, jeez.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
That's a song for a 100-degree day. Oh, my boy's 311. It is Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And good outdoor. 311, I want to get a drink. I want to have a drink when I'm with 311, like ice cold beer.
It's like reggae alternative.
Oh, so
it's
good
like adjacent.
live. I mean, they played Twisted back in 2019. They come around every year. They're the longest running band with the original lineup. And you can make that argument and try to find another one that's been around longer, about 30 years at this point, which is unbelievable to say out loud. The 311's been around that long. But that total outdoor drinking music on your playlist, we have that for you today. I hope you're drinking outside right now. And you were drinking last night, weren't you? A little drink on last night?
It's 9:30. You up there drinking outside right now?
Oh, this is great. I'm going to leave. I want to leave here and get a drink. I want to go do that. You want to go do that?
They have counselors for that. If you need help, just say that.
Yeah, they're called quitters.
That's not a good thing to promote, Brian.
Hey, listen. You were drinking last night.
Mock me for bettering myself. Well, actually, so this is funny. Last night, I went to Elgin Public House because it is this really cool tasting menu, right? Like a pairing menu.
For what kind of pairing? What kind of stuff?
So this one was for the Michgers, like bourbon and rye.
Oh, okay.
But the chef there, Greg, he's awesome. He curated around the world menu. So it was like a Spain dish, a Japanese dish, an American, a Mexican. Is all paired with, it was so phenomenal.
With different whiskeys and bourbon?
Yeah, and then he also cooked with them too, which was really cool. Now, what I love about Elgin Public House is they do this a couple times a year, but using different, like they do an Oktoberfest one.
Cool.
So it'll be the German food and the German drink. Okay, and then in December, which I'm already like, this is one I'm amped about. In December, they have a wine pairing with Italian food.
Woo.
Think about that. So it's like usually it's like 5-6 courses typically. Good food, good alcohol. It's awesome. Now my husband has never tried bourbon or rye. He's a fruity drink guy. Okay.
A fruity drink, like vodka and cranberry, maybe.
Yes, he's very Moscow Mule energy. That's where he comes in at.
They're good.
So he wanted to try these, and they're really nice high-end ones, right? And I have the video up because he took a sip of it. He took one sip of bourbon and one sip of rye. His eyes started watering.
Yeah.
I've never seen him. His face turned beet red and his eyes were watering. And he was so bummed out because he thought everybody looked so cool drinking it and talking about like the notes and the this and the that. And he goes, I want to be into this so bad. And
yeah.
We preferred the bourbon in our food in this scenario for him. He was very good with the bourbon ranch that was over the wedge salad. That was fine.
Like a bourbon chicken maybe they had. Did they have any of that? That's good stuff.
God, it's really good. They did like this hoisin spare rib, like a Japanese spare rib.
Oof.
There was a really good Spain dish, which is like this fried cheese.
This is the
with
Elgin
an
Public
onion
House?
jam. I've told you. And like the thing is like it's very like VFW total bar when you walk in, but you get the most amazing food.
Wow.
It's phenomenal.
If I go out to Elgin and drink some brown liquor, I'm not going to make it home. I'll tell you that. I'll be crashing at your crib.
Crap.
Yeah.
No, you'd hate it. Don't come, Brian.
Damn. Listen, I'm kind of like your husband there. I've always wanted to be this brown liquor guy because people that get into it, they say when you get older, you move on from like vodka to that. I don't. I'm still in vodka mode.
You don't have the distinguished palate. Yeah, they've done vodka tastings too, though.
Okay, I'll do that.
So you have to look into it. Like they're all themed. So the next one's going to be, I think it's October 10th, but it's going to be Oktoberfest themed. So think of that you're going to get some good food at that. And then the one I'm looking forward to most, because I do really like wine, would be December, the wine pairing with Italian food.
Yeah.
So super cool themes. There's really is one for everyone. They've even done a vegan one before. Like, they do really cool pairings and food menus.
That's all. That just made me, I don't know why this is unrelated, but when I was over there getting my Nissan Rogue fixed.
Where the hell are you going with this?
Okay, they talked about the leather seats in the car, and they called them vegan seats. And I go, what do you mean vegan seats? Can you eat them? And they're like, no, people don't like to say leather anymore. They're not real leather, so it's vegan seats on the car.
So it's pleather.
Yeah, I guess. And I just like,
Is it a fancy way to say pleather?
I guess. They say vegan now. And I just thought that was really funny. And the sales guy who was awesome, Leon, my guy, he's like, yeah, that's what we do. That's what we say now in 2023. We say vegan seats. I go, what is it? Is it pleather? What is it? It's not leather. It's not an animal. Well, yeah, it's vegan. So we're better for the environment, better for people that appreciate that.
And that bothers you. I know it.
I don't know why it bothered. It didn't bother me.
Bother you.
I just couldn't hear him say it without laughing. I'm trying to buy a car.
Anyways.
Oh, yeah, go to the Elgin Public House.
Yes, but it was also hilarious watching my husband attempt to take a single sip of bourbon. This adult man.
Yep.
Beat red face, tears in his eyes. It's not like he did the shot. He sipped it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, God.
Listen, I'd love to be a brown liquor guy, too. I'm kind of like him. No, with Jägermeister, I'm still there. Give me vodka, beer, and Jägermeister.
Jaeger's tough.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's why you got to do 10 of them.
Yikes.
To get through it. Well, it's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Drink up. It's a nice hot day outside. Enjoy yourself.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
It's our transition song to Lauren. She loves Local H.
Dude.
She's wearing a Local H shirt right now. Walked in here.
It's all planned.
So good. Such great guys. I remember during the Radiothon, Scott called us 3 times. In the 36 hours on the air, he just kept calling. And we had a long discussion about the difference between deep dish pizza and stuffed crust pizza. There's a difference in how it's made and what goes on in those pizzas.
Well, I would imagine. I don't think it would necessitate a 3-hour conversation.
Oh, it took some time.
Knock that out in like 5 minutes.
It took a little bit of time.
Okay.
So Lauren's coming up to continue the golden ticket. Do you know what you got coming up and what time you're going to do it
I
at?
have the band Camino tickets for the Aragon show, and I will do them at 10:30.
10:30. Let's get to our takeaways here from Brian and Kenzie, Q101. Kenzie, you want to go first? Anything you want to read?
Okay, Kevin's takeaway is Megan is going to kill Brian for his copious amounts of $1 Playboys.
They're worth more than that.
Well, this is my personal advice to Megan. Is to kill you.
Kenzie wants her to kill me. How about that? They talk. They DM too.
That got
We do DM a
extreme.
lot.
It went dark quick.
Yeah.
I feel
Brian will text me like a question about the show, and I don't respond, and then I'm like DMing Megan about stuff.
And we're on the couch next to each other. I'm like, who are you talking to? No one? God.
I feel like, can there be a middle step before death? Maybe pre-murder?
Pre-murder.
Hey, why don't we donate some of these?
Well, they will be sold at one point, my entire collection, when I feel that the market has peaked.
Is there a market at all?
Yes,
Are
there
you
is.
monitoring the market?
Oh, I monitor it, clearly. Yep.
That Harper's College Fund?
Joe checked in. Takeaway. According to Kenzie, the Eagles are a Halloween band because of Hotel California. It's a spooky song.
Well, it is.
I mean,
The lyrics are
They're
spooky.
trapped in a hotel for the rest of their life.
I guess I never thought about it,
It was
like that.
literally used as the theme song for American Horror Story Hotel.
Yep.
It sounds so
Am I
sweet.
making this up? Was this your first dance song at your wedding? Am I crazy?
Some people- See?
It doesn't seem, but yeah, you're right. It's dark.
They can never leave.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.